On a speeding bus, a girl named Amy was desperately shouting to get off. No matter how much the driver tried to persuade her, Amy insisted on getting off. At that moment, a little boy was standing eerily in the middle of the road, showing no intention of avoiding the bus. In an attempt to dodge him, the driver accidentally plunged the bus off a nearby cliff. The little boy mysteriously vanished at that instant. However, by evening, Amy miraculously climbed up from the bottom of the valley, seemingly unharmed. Could there be some mysterious force down there that saved them? She quickly rushed home. As Amy was eating in the kitchen, her mother suddenly walked in. Seeing her daughter standing there, Lisa was utterly shocked because she clearly remembered that her daughter had died 4 years ago when her school bus went off a cliff. But Amy, at that moment, had no idea that she was already dead. After finishing her meal, Amy went upstairs. Fearing that she might be hallucinating, Lisa immediately called her ex-husband. Initially, Nick didn't believe her, thinking that Lisa was mentally troubled due to her deep longing for their daughter. However, when Nick opened the bathroom door and saw his living, breathing daughter, he was completely stunned. The two decided to wait until their daughter had rested and then talk to her the next day to understand the situation. Late at night, their older daughter returned from a party and suddenly heard someone knocking on the wall. She slowly walked over and pressed her ear against the wall, knocking twice. The other side quickly responded. At that moment, her bedroom door opened, and the two sisters locked eyes, instantly screaming in fright. Hearing the commotion, their mother rushed upstairs to check. Mia was terrified because her sister, who had been dead for 4 years, suddenly appeared before her eyes. Amy, on the other hand, was shocked to see her twin sister suddenly grown up. In the end, Lisa comforted her younger daughter while consoling her older one. However, theirs wasn't the only family experiencing strange events that day. A young man named Will was searching for his fiance's whereabouts. Luckily, a bartender knew where his fiancée lived and led Will to the destination. But at that time, Will was unaware that he had died 10 years ago. Will frantically banged on Daisy's door. Hearing someone calling her name outside, Daisy thought she was hallucinating again and shouted loudly at the door. Little did she know, her true love was actually standing right outside. After hearing Daisy's anguished cries, Will seemed to realize something. The next day, he visited the cemetery and discovered that he had been dead for 10 years. Due to copyright restrictions, the story can only be shown up to this point. The movie is called Homecoming.